I'm excited to find out. We are about to, as we get a chance to watch our open division team there. Here is Team Feliz. Of course, they are no stranger to HGC, but they have to fight once again for their right to be in it. And away we go.
Cursed Powers. And Garrosh ban once again. IL choosing first pick, first ban means they are in the blue left side, Feliz on the right side. Same bans, Garrosh, Bayem, and Genji. They have learned their lesson.
Thought about what the first pick there. No question, Genji will go to IL again.
Let's see how they respond this time. Last time, with the Genji first pick from IL, Feliz responded with Hanzo Malfurion. Pretty good rotation on this map. Also, lots of small choke points, lots of places where you can bounce off your scatter forever and ever. Well, not forever, but you can do a lot of damage. You can even kill. You can even bring down Garrosh to about 40% health with just one skill shot after 16. But instead, it's going to be more than Hanzo's still open. IL can just grab both of the Shimada brothers.
This is really interesting to see Malfurion paired with a tank. Usually we see DPS and Malfurion as the first two picks for Feliz, but that's not going to be the case here. It's going to be the potential, like you said, for both Mada brothers to get picked up here for IL. It was kind of interesting to see them, or to see Feliz shy away from Hanzo. And also, I would have expected maybe them to pick up a Junkrat early after the first ban to prevent it from being banned in the round 2.
Instead of Hanzo and lots of other things, it is Murden specifically because Ryujaya from IL is so good. His comfort pick, most played in Open Division also, was Murden. Very snipe coordinated from Feliz, just taking those comfort heroes away from their hands. So going to be pushing that later on, picking on to Sonya before. I think that Stukov on that Towers of Doom was pretty effective as well. It's getting their favorite, of course, Avatar ban. It's another snipe onto ILs.
Yep, they don't want to give away that combo. They took the Muradin away, so that's not a part of the combo. You take the Avatar away, and really that just leaves Genji. So they will need some support for Genji. You don't want to get him totally locked down. And I want to see how Feliz plan to do that, because it didn't work quite so well before.
Thinking about the Towers of Doom game, when Ryujaya had that Murden onto himself, they were positioning so much better. They knew the combo, they knew the timing exactly to...
Perfectly.
Yes, to get the kill. But when they did not have that Murden, it was very uncoordinated on the other way. And again, Blaze going for that Dehaka with the global in this case. As this map's so spread out, you need that global to pick up your tribute most of the time.
Yep, absolutely. Now, I would expect maybe a Phoenix pick here for IL. Maybe they are going to shy away from that because it just got totally dominated in lane by that Feliz Dehaka. So it's been kind of a comfort pick for them. They always do seem to want to go for it when it's not banned away.
Falstad not the most popular pick from Open Division teams. Only Master Deer has been picking few times because they had no chat. And he was the one on Falstad, I believe, twice on this map only. And other than that, I can't really remember any of Falstad being used by any other Open Division, especially the top 4 semifinals in semifinals or the finals. So in terms of global, do you really want to catch up with ETC stage dive? Maybe you want to have some second thoughts.
It is going to be the Phoenix, and there is the ETC coming through. So previously we saw ETC picked against the Genji to try to lock it down, but that didn't actually happen at all. Now it's on the same team, but the Li Ming is actually picked up at the end by Feliz. So no more double resets for them, but they still have one on Frankel.
Which may be just enough against ETC. Got blown up totally. Not just from Genji, but Li Ming Greymane. Even worse of a case in this time. They do have lots of crowd control, but we are ready to go in what can be the final, potentially the final game of Best of 7. Game 5. IL on blue side with the first pick. Feliz on to the red side. First ILLLL match point for Feliz. They win one more. They defend their spot in HGC Korea.
Yep. But they do have a very strong task ahead of them. They have to defeat the only truth of these 4 games, and that has been the 100% win rate for Genji.
Yeah, they have to defeat Genji.
That's true. The final boss of the Crucible for them.
That is the goal. That's, I think, the reason why that they brought a lot more crowd control with the Haka. As I mentioned a lot, isolation has been pretty effective onto Genji. Once it lands, Genji's basically gone. You can't escape too well, and they also have lots of burst. Greymane and Liming together. Kill secured. Another reset onto Liming. Critical mass will come up. So Feliz, they got a theme to go against the Genji, but there are lots of conditions. Crowd control, being on top of Genji all the time, which is a skill shot based. So if that lands, they will have an easy time. It can be a little bit tough when Genji is not around that crowd control.
So if we had Goat Bros and I don't know,
Here
all
comes
the
the
other
invade.
bros, what are we gonna see here? Oh no!
Oh, to Stuk up the perfect one. Orb does connect, and Greymane pops the bio kill switch, so he will be safe. But this cam, let's see. The Sonya is coming. This 4v4 may not be. Tehaka might actually have to join the team fight as this cam about to be taken. OJ staying on that spot.
He's trying to take it away, and it looks like IL will take the camp, so that invade totally backfires. Feliz get no kills, they're not soaking XP, and they don't get the objectives, so that's a big win for IL.
Just thought at the last second there that Stukov's silence was well placed so that they couldn't really engage in anymore. Liming, of course, can have some range skill from far away, but you actually need to dive in, and you don't really have the Calamity to do the damage. That comes out at level 7. And the biggest one, actually, is that because the Haka could not come, I'm pretty sure Phoenix was doing a right job. Right job enough to pressure the lane so that the Haka could not join into that team fight.
Yeah, and if he did, then he would have gotten punished in his lane, of course. But now just trying to hold up against this push down here. OJ trying to just will IL to disperse, but it's going to take a little bit more.
Here comes the Haka now.
Forward, and yeah,
Harsh
here's
slide right on top, trying to target onto Stukov. Minions
going
blocking
forward.
the drag. Does get the reset. Aimer trying to survive. Greymane, does he manage to escape from here? Maybe
somehow.
He does.
Oh, somehow very low, trying to dodge away, and he does. Just barely able to stay alive. Genji, not so lucky, and that's the second kill of the fight for Feliz.
Great defensive moves coming out from IL, trying to save their teammates, body blocking lots of the skill shots in the way, but still 2 kills. In done by Feliz, and this will be a tribute going for them because of the respawn. Of course, the rotation can be a little bit late. IL, they did soak in slightly more experience advantage. But the Harsh slide in this case actually saved a lot of their time. Great movements also by Stukov going towards the minion so that it was actually super hard for Tehaka to get the drag off.
Yeah. They were doing a really good job up until all of a sudden you have Stukov dying, and then it kind of cascades from there. But now just trying to control vision on the southern side of the map. Looks like IL will successfully take that back.
It was also Aimer who managed to actually escape towards the 7 o'clock side
Just
from the monitor
barely,
instead of just going towards the fort. So he actually came around and secured the kill right after. Pretty amazing play right there. But in terms of rotation, of course, with Greymane, they will get their own camp because they failed the invasion. Slight lead, actually, for IL for now.
For now, right. I wouldn't expect that to stick around for much longer, but we'll see how it does transpire. It's kind of Frankel against the world down bottom, but it looks like the rotation call has been made. Going to go ahead and at least try to contest this tribute. More there for IL, so OJ can't do a whole lot by himself.
Just right now. But he will be coming in to start off that pressure. Tehaka already ready. I believe that cooldown should be already off. It's been some time. Liming just clearing the way right before because they do have some pokes coming from the side. Targeting onto Samat. Let's get some damage.
Oh, Samat.
Ooh, Franco dives
what?
in with the teleport.
Wow, that was
You do have the calamity damage, but nowhere close to getting that kill.
Yeah, who would have died there? Maybe Samat, but not really. He was above half health, and wow, that's a big loss. Frankel kind of thrown a little bit, throwing his body into the entire enemy team.
Yeah, that was a big Ming Li moment right there. I can't really understand. Maybe just fat-fingered it at the moment, thinking that you could actually get a kill, but not really even close to the HP bar where you can actually snipe onto a target.
Yeah, and that's going to give Boss to... so while Feliz will get Boss as well off that, not very reassuring when it comes to future fights. You don't want your star player to just run in and get taken out instantly. Actually,
oh, look at that root. Nicely done by Leo, just securing the, laying it perfectly. And that was almost too close for the power slide to come in, and then now they are here with 3 men only. Kimchi is getting focused, and can they actually manage to walk out? Maybe with the face melt. Gets rooted. Hyaka comes from the side, sacrifices himself. Even Stukov gets...
No! Stukov down
no!
as well. The dive is insane here. Hanatan even tries for number 3, but he can't quite reach. He doesn't have extended tongue length talent yet, so he's not going to... not going to be able to grab any more, but still that follow-up kill on a Stukov, it's like, that's just a little too much. That's what we call doing the utmost.
I would just... Unfortunate Stukov. Poor Stukov was just trying to be safe.
It feels bad to say poor Stukov, because of course in StarCraft, nobody would ever say poor Stukov. He was a pretty bad dude, so here maybe not quite as bad, but he is a very... he's very unfortunate after that last kill, so...
Oh man, Feliz, with those kills, they will lead quite significantly, almost level 11. A full level lead. IL can't really contest right now. They will hit 10 very soon. In terms of, they really have to catch on their rotation. So might as well just push with the camp, try to get some experience in that way. But they will not even. EDC still lacking that information where Feliz is. Now they see a 4-member here without the Leeming. Now they do have information for all 5. Securing themselves the position. They have been really slow, safely approaching because lack of information for these open division teams can be quite painful. Better not to overextend.
Yeah, that's just, I'm glad you pointed that out. HGC teams, especially way up at the top, they get so much value out of just information. Open division teams, maybe not quite as much. So you'll see that Feliz really do value that. IL, they're trying to, but this is going to be curse point for Feliz if they can make it happen. The tribute's there, but so is the entirety of IL. Pushing forward, the OJ actually pretty low there. Aimer low as well, and he's going to go down.
That's the first kill, secured onto Greymane. Hyaka shoved so far away from the team fight, can't really pick up anymore. There's the Dragon Blade, securing one more with the 2 of Moradin, but seems like that's going to be the end. Feliz had the curse point, but that shove from Stukov, really nicely done. Hyaka couldn't really join and do any part in that team fight.
Okay, so that's going to tie it up. 2-2 as far as tributes are concerned, and that's really impressive for to see from IL. They're not afraid. They know that if they do set up the fight correctly, they are able to take it down. Some of the vision, the information we were talking about, leading them to a successful start to the game. They're still behind a lot in levels, down about an entire level, but that's not going to matter, I guess, until maybe the next break point.
Well, that one actually worked out really well with the Planet Cracker, but I think that may be the only one. I know you really have to be optimistic if you want to have that great mosh pit. We did have that clip a while ago with the mosh pit, with the Planet Cracker from all the way to the bottom side, going towards the top boss, contesting, I believe, a 3v5 at the moment, but not going to be the same. There's Liming Wave of Force, unless you lock Liming down with the Haka. I don't think that's going to happen again. Very hard. We'll see the Haka comes again. This time, Power Slide will drag them apart. Whoa. Shove again onto the Haka. OJ taking somewhat of a damage, but pushing in still.
Yeah, he's actually going to take quite a bit. So he
even
does
pop
have to
the
jump
avatar.
out.
So he does have to be careful a little bit. ETC already back to full health. Will take damage from the orb, but they do have lots of range.
I like that JD isn't afraid to go forward and try to keep putting the pressure on that tribute.
In this case, IL actually doing a decent amount of job. Focusing onto Genji a little bit as the boss is already pushing.
Oh, Genji has no HP. I didn't catch how exactly that happened, but he's not even going to be a part of this fight here. Able to go forward, huge planet cracker, but it's not actually going to
mosh pit, there it is, and secures a kill onto Sonya. The big turnaround there was because of Wave of Force was already used, was locking in mosh pit right after, which was beautiful, but not even enough damage with that damage.
No, it was a lot of damage. It looked cool. I mean, Planet Cracker, one of the most visually impressive moves that you have. But, oh, now RPN. He's going to have a little bit of a rough spot to get out of. He's already used Cyber Agility. He's going to be able to actually successfully mount. And now we get to play the Yakety Sax.
Say hello, but does not even care. They're just buying time. Their curse is on. Might as well just send Greymane to maximum siege damage instead. Now, when you're doing Planet Cracker, of course, you want to secure onto the low health. Onto Muradin may not be the best idea.
Right.
Of course, the chain did connect, but did not really find the kill. It was Sonya actually who was dying.
It wasn't the greatest mosh pit either. If you're going for that combo, right? Lock everybody up and then Planet Cracker all over them. But, I mean, they did the combo. It didn't work out. Feliz had the better follow-up. And they take that last fight. They now have a 2-level advantage. It just keeps going from bad to worse here for our open bracket team. Now they're going to walk by the party bush.
Protected by the way, and will be safe.
No.
And JD hoping for he had the salvo at that moment, but does not have it. Of course, OJ popped the avatar sustained for a while, but LPN still cannot join into the fight. Very low in HP. It is Phoenix getting focused, does warp out barely, but both of the DPS basically out of the fight. Really looking for that kill potential, not even close. Franco picks up the kill with the Calamity. That's going to be multiple kills happening. Somet will be the fourth one actually going down. Aimer picks another one off to the side onto ETC.
G-Clef, it's not looking good for our heroes from the open division. IL did bring it back, so it's not just an 0-4, but for them, they need to find an answer. And at this point, you know, they won that first fight of the game down 1 level, but now they're down 3, and it just gets so much harder to stop what seems to be an inevitable push from Feliz.
Oh, get the keep.
Can they, though? Will they, though?
Yes,
yeah, it does go down. Okay. All right.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay. OJ
RPN overextending a little bit onto those attacks. Of course, they were party bushed. Should have been a little bit more careful. It was during curse, so also had to. Also was. It was kind of hard to tell. They were missing from the map. It was during a Feliz curse, so IL really had to guess where they were. They were not at the boss, so you had to be careful about getting caught. Of course, not the best decision. 3 levels apart. Still, we'll be hitting that 17 very soon. Feliz is.
Yeah, Feliz are not going to give up this camp. Realistically, oh my god,
first damage onto Somat. Even L5 spray comes down. And actually, Poison Spears. Spears in for the kill of her own. Smashed on top. Okay.
I don't think that's how that's supposed to work out there. Phoenix tries for the Planet Cracker, but he's not going to be able to finish the channel.
Taking another kill. Resets after resets. Leeming picks up 3 and 4 from fourth one from Greymane.
Another triple kill at what could be the end of the game here. Feliz, I got to give it to them as a team, but I think specifically Frankel has just been going off this series. He finds yet another hero with a reset, and he makes it look just as devastatingly strong.
And Phoenix is there, but lack of HP, and they're going for the core. This is the game-ending core, the match-ending core to secure themselves in HGC Korea for part 2. More kills coming out from Lee Ming. Core's going down 30%, 24. 20%. They're picking up more kills right before the saddest mosh pit, only locking down Greymane, but the core is going down 0%. And Feliz will secure their spot, keep their spot, defend their spot in HGC Korea.
Wow, an impressive performance there. They looked a little bit shaky in that one game that they lost, but then said, wait a second, we're already in HGC Korea. We want to stay there. And of course, a little bit of sadness there on the faces of our open division members, ILLLL, who are unfortunately eliminated. They're not going to make it to HGC Korea this season.